We're finally getting down to putting my thoughts on video, not paper. I've had this Tokina 11-18 for Fujifilm since pre-launch. Actually, it took a while for it to arrive. They seem to have been doing some tweaks and the date was pushed back and back. And as such, I wasn't able to complete it for launch day because I'm out here traveling. I did get to do the next bit before I left, the day before I flew out, but all the rest on the go. Actually, it's been pretty fun testing it with the landscapes around Colombia on the first bit of my journey, so for the last month or so. Let's jump out the frame and see if we see anything with the autofocus. There's not too much to worry about. Maybe I can zoom into 18. Oh, I wasn't even in at 11. It's very awkward, this. This is 11, and now this, all being well, is 18. So I'll jump in and out just so we can see if there's any focus, breathing, any autofocus issues. It's not the most ideal circumstance, but there we go, a wide open test. So back to 11, which means actually the lens comes closer to me. Anyway, you'll see up close what I mean. Yeah, thoughts will be forthcoming. I may have already actually put out a video with just my sample shots in, just to keep you guys, just so you know I'm alive. Yeah, anyway, let's crack on. Well, no retail packaging, but here we go. That's the hood with that interesting texture. Meh, that's all right, whatever. And the lens is literally it. There was no packaging experience. I assume it's going to be similar to the Sony model, which has been out a while now. That hood is not clicking in. Not sure what's going on there. Right. Micro USB-C port there. I thought this was the we will no longer see them again. Interesting. No, a tiny little bit of rubber there, but there's no weather sealing. I wonder if that will give you a tiny bit of protection. So if we go 18, 11, it does move in and out, of course. Now the autofocusing, which is STM, is all internal. Once the hood is on, you can't see it zooming unless you look from there. So that doesn't affect the overall size if you're carrying it with the hood on, and it's fractional. We're just, yeah, we're nitpicking, I guess. It is plastic. It feels okay. Line up the logo there. Click. There we go. That should have been easier. Anyway, 19 centimeters minimum focusing distance to 30 centimeters at the other end of the zoom. 67mm filter thread. As you can see, no aperturing. We've just got this rather loose manual focus ring. The aperture does go from 2.8, and that is throughout the range. 2.8 throughout the range to f/22. Magnification ratio 1 to 9.2. Focal length in full frame terms 16.5 to 27mm equivalent, so 104 degrees to 77 degrees. There are 9 diaphragm blades, 13 elements, 11 groups. Now the thing weighs 335 grams. Let's just pop it on the T50. That is what she's looking like. Slightly different black, but that's not a big deal. You do have a little blue detailing there. I think it's a nice looking lens, to be honest. I'm not sure about the differences in, it could be a bit blacker, couldn't it? But we're nitpicking. I think we're gonna have some fun with this for a good couple months at least, before we put the video out. Yeah, I think that'll do spec wise, really. Little look at it on the camera. Probably better suited to the T5 or there and thereabouts, but this is the camera I like. There we go. This should be fun. Right, just for the crack, a little vlog test. Handheld 11mm, fully outstretched. I'm not that tall. And yeah, all wide open. I do have an ND filter on. Might make a video about it. It's fairly interesting. And yeah, stabilization with this sort of focal length is never amazing for me. But yeah, how is that? Let's flip it round and see if we can zoom in. Oh, it's trying to focus over there. Anyway, that's enough vlog testing. After 2 months use then, I've got a few thoughts. Now, although it's quite chunky on a body like the T50, I actually rather like the look and feel of the lens. This hood though, rather awkward to get used to get on, but once you get the knack, it's not moving. Okay, the texture on the lens does attract dust and surface scratches, so it doesn't look new anymore unless you keep giving it a good polish. Not ideal for travel, but there you go. Also not ideal, there's no weather sealing, but the rubber gasket does offer a bit of protection. Just don't go too wild with this lens. No aperturing, as always, a bit of a bugbear for us Fujifilm shooters, but not a huge deal with this one. The zoom ring, yeah, still perfectly fine. Happy with it. Manual focus ring, bit of an afterthought, very loose. Again, not a deal breaker for me with this lens. Now, before we move on to the all-important image quality, the micro USB port in 2025, yes, it's a bit annoying, but think about it, you're not going to use it that often. And even on a long-term trip like this, I have the cable with me, even though, you know, USB-C rules all these days. Not a huge deal. Let's just get over it and move on. Sharpness is good in the center, less so at the edges. The best is at around f5.6, f8, and diffraction then sets in at 16. Now, color rendering rather decent, and contrast is also very good. Chromatic aberration, to all intents and purposes, unnoticeable in real world shooting, but chroma is an issue. Distortion is definitely a pro with this lens. Vignetting is noticeable wide open at 11mm. Go to 18 or stop down and it's perfectly fine. Ghosting and flare both very well controlled, and bokeh, well, the little bit you can achieve is absolutely fine. Overall then, image quality with this lens could do better. So a retail price of $7.99 tops in the UK is a bit pricey, frankly. Now the build and handling, yeah, very happy with that. The IQ, as we said, could be better. Autofocus also could be better. Now you could look at the Sigma or the Tamron offerings. This fits in the middle size, and weight wise Sigma doesn't perform as good vignetting and distortion wise. Sigma is noticeably sharper than this though, so it's kind of down to you. I've enjoyed using this lens, and I think these sample shots tell you that. Let us know what you think, and I'll see you in the comments.